Hi, this is Kimberly with JimmyPineapple.com, and I am here today to show you how to make a bridge card, and it's going to look something like this. However, it will be a little bit different. For this card, you're going to need snail adhesive, a basic black ink pad. I'm also using this panda from the Sale-A-Bration Party Pandas, which is currently available if you place a $50 or more order. I am also using this sentiment from Birthday Wishes for You, which is in the 2018 Occasions catalog. And you have to forgive me, this is my first video on this channel, probably my fourth video ever, and I'm trying not to shake the camera too much, so give me just a second as I adjust here. And so this is the paper we're going to be using. I've got Lemon Lime Twist as a base. This is cut at 8 by 4 1/4, and I've already scored it. I've scored it at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 3/4. So that's going to be our card base. And then I've got 4 pieces of the Tutti Frutti Designer Series paper that comes in 6 by 6, and I'm using the pineapples because that just makes sense since it's my first video on this channel. And then I've got a background piece here, which is where the panda is going to be stamped. This is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4, and this pattern piece here is 2 3/4 by 4. And then I've also got the bridge piece, the 2 pieces for the bridge. This is cut at 1 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then this is 1 by 5 1/4. And I've got my measurements down here if you want to write that information down. Also too, if you place an order with me by January 20th and use this host code at jimmypineapple.stampinup.net, you will receive some additional goodies as well. So let's get started. Now this is my card base. I've already scored it. As I said, this is an 8" by 4 1/4" piece of paper on Lemon Lime Twist, and I've scored it here at 1 1/4, and I've also scored it at 2 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 3/4. So this is what the card's going to end up looking like. When you put it in the envelope, it's going to look like this, so it'll fit in a standard envelope that Stampin' Up sells. So let's go ahead and get this put together. Let's do the stamping first, and I have that set out here, so I'm going to set this aside, and let me flip this over so it's not so distracting. Actually, I'll just move it off to the side. So on this piece, I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday to You, which is from the Fresh Fruit. I will tell you, it is from the Fruit Basket stamp set, which is in the 2018 Occasions catalog. And then I'm also using a sentiment from the Birthday Wishes for You, and then this little guy here. So this is a very simple card. I'm just using basic black ink. It's our archival Stampin' Pad, and I'm gonna stamp the Happy Birthday to You in the middle of the white Whisper White piece that we have here. And then right below it, I'm going to stamp the other sentiment. So I'm just going to eyeball this here. And I don't like that, so I'm going to flip it over and ink that up again. Move that guy out of the way. And hold that down a little bit longer. That's better. Then I'm going to come in with this sentiment. It says, "With many wishes just for you." And I'm going to ink that up as well. And that looks good. And then I'm just going to move this down here so I can see and put this right underneath. Hopefully I don't cut it off. We're making this card on the fly. So that's what that's going to look like. So we're done with that piece of it, and I'll move that off to the side. This is the piece that we are going to put the panda on. So let me take this off here. And you have to forgive me, I've got a little bit of a stuffy nose. So I've got this guy inked up. I'm going to put him towards the top of the card because when I put this bridge card together, the bottom part's going to be cut off because of the bridge piece that goes across. So there's our party panda. I'm going to close up our ink pad and set this guy aside, let him dry. While that's drying, I am going to put our pieces together. So this piece is going to go right here in the center, and I'm just going to adhere that with some snail adhesive. As my snail adhesive kind of doesn't want to work. There we go. So that guy's going to go right down here. And let's move that down a little bit. Down and over. I've got quite the setup for my video, or to do videos, so I'm working with the space that I have and working around the stand that I have, and I'm going to put this pattern paper onto the panels, and you'll be able to see all of the dimensions for the different pieces of this card in the information below. And if you wouldn't mind liking the video and also subscribing to my channel, I'll be posting more videos. I don't have a set schedule yet, but I will definitely be adding more videos to the channel as I make more projects. And I'm just placing the last piece here down on the panel. Hopefully you guys aren't rocking around because I'm moving the stand that this camera's on. Okay, so there's the base, and then what we're going to do is take this guy, and he's going to go right in the center. So I'm just going to put some additional snail adhesive on this white piece, and then he's going to go right here in the center of this pattern paper. And then to adhere after I adhere this piece to the larger bridge piece, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to close up part of this card so that you can, or that I can, adhere the bridge to the card. I got a little bit of smudge there, but that's okay. Every card that you make is unique in its own way, especially if it's handmade. Oh, and I just goofed up. Let me grab my adhesive eraser. This is seriously one of the best tools that I have in my Stampin' arsenal, if you would call it that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this card and I'm going to fold it like this. Our bridge piece is going to connect from here to here. So if you just saw what I did, I put adhesive too far down on this card. I don't want it to stick to the rest of the card because I want it to be able to sit up like this. So what I'm going to do is just eyeball this here at first. So I've got about an inch or so that I'm going to put adhesive on one side and then adhesive on the other side. Making up words over here. So then this is going to sit right here at the edge and go to the other edge. So now, when our card is open, that's how it's going to sit, like this. And then if you fold it like this, it'll fit inside a standard A2 envelope. But I'm going to come back this way just a little bit and crease the score lines. It'll sit like this, but unfortunately you guys can't see that very well. So that is our card. Thank you so much for watching.